Okay, so let's talk about the Bermuda Triangle. But I need you to forget everything you think you know. All those stories you've heard, they're true. The disappearances are real. But the official explanation, that's the lie. Because the real secret, well, it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean this whole time.
First, just try to get your head around the sheer scale of this. We're not talking about one or two unlucky accidents here. We are talking about more than 1,000 people. 1,000 people who have sailed or flown into this one patch of ocean and just disappeared, vanished right off the face of the earth.
For years, the official line, the story that scientists wanted us all to just accept, was that it was nothing more than gas. Yep, just a boring natural phenomenon. Nothing to see here, folks. Case closed.
They were lying, plain and simple. Because while they were pointing fingers at some gas bubbles, they were actively hiding what was really down there. And what they found? Well, it changes absolutely everything.
Now, to really understand just how deep this cover-up goes, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, to the one case that put the Bermuda Triangle on the map and gave it its terrifying reputation. Picture this. It's 1945. 5 big U.S. Navy bombers, a whole squadron called Flight 19, take off from Florida on a routine training flight. But then the radio crackles with a panicked message. Compass is spinning. Everything's wrong. We are lost. And then, nothing. Just static. 5 military aircraft and 14 men. Poof, gone. And the story gets even weirder. They sent out a rescue plane to go find them, and it vanished too.
But here's the thing. Flight 19 was just the tip of the iceberg. It wasn't some freak one-off event. Since then, we're talking about at least 75 more planes and over 100 ships that have been completely swallowed by this exact same area of the ocean. This isn't just bad luck. It's a horrifying repeating pattern.
So, with all these people disappearing, what do the authorities tell us? What's the official story they want us to believe? Well, this is where it gets interesting. This is the official cover-up.
They call it the methane gas theory. The idea is that these giant bubbles of methane gas sometimes erupt from the ocean floor. And when they do, they make the water so frothy that its density drops like a rock. Any ship right above it would sink instantly. No time to even send an SOS. It's a neat, tidy, and, let's be honest, a completely boring explanation. But here's the problem. That neat little story is full of holes. For one, it doesn't explain why compasses go completely haywire in that area. It sure doesn't explain the hundreds of UFO sightings reported there, going all the way back to Christopher Columbus himself. And it definitely doesn't explain what happens to the airplanes. Since when do gas bubbles in the water snatch planes out of the sky?
So you see what's really going on, right? The gas theory was never meant to be a real answer. It's a distraction, a nice, simple story to make everyone look the other way and stop asking the really uncomfortable questions.
But then, back in 2012, a team of scientists, just doing some routine deep-sea sonar mapping, stumbled on the truth. They weren't looking for anything, not really, but oh, they found something.
Down there, 2,000 feet below the surface, in the crushing pressure and the absolute pitch black of the deep ocean, their sonar equipment started mapping a massive, perfectly geometric structure, something that had no business being there.
It wasn't a shipwreck. It wasn't a natural rock formation. It was something that, according to everything we know, simply should not exist. So what was it? What in the world did they find at the bottom of the ocean?
A pyramid. A giant, perfect pyramid, just standing there on the seafloor. And if you think that's impossible, hold on, because the details get even crazier. This thing, it defies all of our science, our history, everything we thought we knew.
First of all, the structure appeared to be made of some kind of incredibly smooth, crystalline material, almost like glass. But that's not even the strangest part. When they sent probes down to get a closer look, they reported that the structure, it was emitting its own light. It was glowing.
But here's the number that just breaks your brain. Initial estimates date this thing at 5,000 years old. That's older than the Great Pyramids of Giza, an advanced, glowing structure built at the bottom of the ocean before human history was even supposed to have started.
You see, this discovery completely changes the conversation. We're not talking about a weird weather phenomenon anymore. We're now faced with an unsolved case involving impossible ancient technology. All of a sudden, all the lost ships, the vanished planes, the crazy compass readings, it all starts to make a terrifying kind of sense because it's suddenly crystal clear. The Bermuda Triangle isn't a myth, it's a crime scene.
And so we're left with this one haunting question. What is this pyramid? Is it a lost piece of Atlantis? Is it some kind of secret underwater base? Or is it something else? A warning sign, left behind by someone or something not from around here. Whatever the answer is, one thing is certain. The truth is far deeper and far stranger than we were ever meant to.